Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are very privileged to hear from a pioneer in deep tech innovation who has played a key role in shaping India's digital infrastructure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Padma Shri Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala, Institute Professor at IIT Madras and Chairman of IIT Hyderabad, to discuss on scaling indigenous deep tech and digital public infrastructure.
Thank you. See, India has gone a long way starting to assert itself. I remember this whole startup, as was pointed out, we started in 90s, but formally the government took it up around 2004, 2003-4, and since then it has gone quite a far. But what we often forget is that we are pretty much still importing almost everything. What I am going to talk about is what the IITs have to work together. IITs as well as other institutes, and try to make India a product nation. Why is it important? Because we are still pretty much importing everything. Yes, we are manufacturing mobile phone here, but we are merely assembling 5% value add, not more than that. So what do we really need to do to make India into a product nation? And that's what I'm going to talk about. This organization called ITEL was actually created towards this, an objective to make India a technology leader in a few areas over the next 10 years. And how does one go about doing it, what does one do, is what I'm going to present. And the inspiration, of course, came from our work. And in this organization, therefore, I was asked to become the chairman. The research park was started, I don't know how many of you know, in 2008. But it was started like a startup. There were some seed funds taken, and we borrowed 300 to 350 crore rupees from banks. And at an interest rate of about 10%. And it took us almost 12 to 13 years to pay back. And today we make decent cash profit. What was also not often emphasized is that this research park had an independent board, independent of the government. The government could not order us. And to a large extent, even independent from IITM research, IITM. Even though there were 3 members from IITM on the board, but still it was the independent board, and one had could manage that. And around little later, before that we had started Rural Technology and Business Incubator, and then we started IITM Incubation Cell. It was self-supporting from day one. If I add up all the money that came into IITM Incubation Cell, it would have been probably 3 to 4 crores over the years. And it has, by June 2024, when I handed over charge, it had created 350 companies, value 50,000 crore rupees. The important thing is not the numbers. There are many. There was an incubator here in Chennai by one college. They were saying, oh, I have done 120 companies. When we start looking at it, the companies practically had no value. Here we had created value. And it is not just created value, we actually got returns. For example, Unifor, we invested 10,000 rupees, it gave us 11.5 crore rupees. Medibuddy, 4,000 rupees we invested, it gave us 14 crore rupees. 𝐒𝐞𝐬𝐬, we invested 5,500 rupees, it gave us 4.28 crore rupees. Ather, we have invested about 50,000 rupees and we are getting 50 crore rupees. Now, there are 25 companies that were incubated in this period, which will give us return of 10,000 times. That's what incubator means. When you start, we get the same rate at the founders. Founders should get 10,000 times. So that's what we were able to do. A lot of talk we do without losing this fundamental. as was talked by Professor Satish Shetty, even before, much before we started all this IITM Research Park, we actually dreamt of trying to bring wireless to the country, and we started codec wireless in local loop 1994. And we actually fortunately succeeded, a lot of other bottlenecks. We then created, I was a founder of Tejas Networks. And Tejas Network today is one of the 6 companies in the world which has 4G technology. And, sorry, 5G technology. Only one of the 6 companies in the world. Similarly, I became the founder chairman of Mobile Payment Forum of India while I was on the board of State Bank of India. 6 years. We dreamt of UPI. Everybody laughed at it. But it has happened. Now it is this, all this that made people you recognize here, the names of the people. Sanjeev Bikanchandani, Krishna Gopal Krishnan, Saurabh Srivastava, Arun Jain, Ashish Dhawan, Rajan Anandan, Amit Chadha, Ajay Chaudhary, Mukesh Bansal, C.P. Gurnani, another 10. They got together. They pulled me out. And so I say, yes, your task is not done. India needs to become a product nation. I said, at 71, don't push me into this. I'm very much with you. I can support, but I cannot do this. They said, no, you have to take this up because we believe you can drive this. You have to bring all IITs together and somehow do this. And you become the chairman, find the right set of people and do this. And we created this organization called ITEL, Immersive Technology and Entrepreneurship Labs. So what does it do? What is the strategy? The strategy is to take technology leadership is first to understand our strength. There are 150,000 scientists in the country, spread all over the country. Whether they are in IITs, in smaller institutes, in the new IITs, in CSIR lab, in DRDO labs, in some of the industries. Most of them publish, many of them are very good. They publish papers, occasional patents, very little commercialization. The second important thing is India has a very, very good large young talent. And you could see this. All these people joined us 10 years back. They're very young. And if in the right environment, like what we created at the research park, they flourish. And that's the thing that we did. The second important thing, how do you take technology leadership? We are far behind. And the only way we understood is that if you take up tough, large Indian problems and go and solve them, you will become the leader. I'll give you enough examples. And what do? We believe that big technology, which can solve big problems, cannot be done by individual, cannot be done by individual institute. It has to bring together a whole lot of people. So we believe that there is a consortium required. Consortium consisting of 8 to 10 scientists, even more, across the country. Not easy for getting the scientists to work together, let me tell you, even within the same department. And here we are trying to get 8 to 10 scientists from across the country to work together. But if we inspire them and say, this is a very tough problem that India needs a solution, you can do this. Have 10 to 15 startups associated with them. Then go all out. Drive it, led by a technologist, a business development person, and just go all out. What are the kind of problems there? And we, as a result, ITEL went around tying up with IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur, IIT Guwahati, Gandhinagar, Hyderabad, Tirupati, and at least 10 to 15 other institutes around the country, and somehow got them to start working together. I'll give you, in a few minutes, very few examples of what are the kind of things that we are doing. The first, today I don't have to tell you what does waterlogging does to our city. Every city we suffer. 2 times, 3 times a year. 25 years back, it used to be once in 3 years. Now every year, 3 times. So our first simple thing was, we must work to eliminate waterlogging in urban India. And we built a consortium. We built a consortium and we figured out the steps required. Every single technology required, every single person required, and they will somehow get them together, somehow solve them. And we don't mind failing. We don't mind failing, falling, getting up, and trying again. But we must solve the problem. Why? Because India needs it. India cannot become a developed nation if this continues. We can talk about money. None of this will change things unless we can solve problems of this kind. So we said, we'll take this up. And fortunately, I found the people at a place the leadership came from IIT Gandhinagar. A young person came and said, sir, I'm willing to do it. After that, we are able to get many more people across the country. And today, we have done most of the technology. And we have now taken a town in Gujarat called Changodgar, where industrial town in Gujarat is heavily waterlogged, and say next year, in 2026, we'll try to see that waterlogging, when the rain comes, waterlogging does not take place, or most of it, at least in 26. By 27, we completely eliminate that. Take a problem number 2, rethinking urban transport. In Chennai, you travel from Sholinganallur to IIT Madras, it takes an hour, 15 minutes in busy hour. If you live here and go there and come back, 2.5 hours. 15 kilometers. Distance is not large, 12 kilometers. And pretty much, Bangalore it is worse, Pune it is as bad, Bombay no better, Ahmedabad no good. I found that in Patna it is starting to take this kind of time. How are we going to be like this for the next 100 years? We therefore sort of took up a challenge. We will get 15 kilometers in 20 minutes in all these businesses. If it's a 20 kilometer, we'll go 24 minutes. Can you conceive of something? Can you start trying to build something? Again, one IIT cannot do it, one individual cannot do it, you need consortiums. And we also added it has to be completely green, most energy efficient, be able to buildable in existing city, be able to handle peak traffic, affordable and comfortable. And we took this challenge and we started building. I'm not going to show you the video, but if you are more interested, come and visit us. Our office is in IIT Research Park, we can get into detail. And we have a whole lot of people. Professor Satya Seshadri is a key person, Professor Satyanarayan, K.N. Satyanarayan is a key person who is going to help us because we needed top civil talent. We gathered all the different talent, and he was able to get one professor from IIT Tirupati, one professor from IIT Hyderabad. We are able to start putting together. And once you take up dreams like this, people join you. Even if somebody leaves, somebody else comes in. Or I'll take another problem. How do you take goods from Chennai to Chandigarh? It takes today 5 days. And if our GDP goes up by 5 times, 8 times, what is going to happen? Can we actually take it in 24 hours? That's what we require. How do we conceive of it? We cannot copy anybody because ours is a very different kind of country. It cannot do what the other countries are able to do. And we have to solve problems like this. I won't get into details. Or totally different problem. Do you know 96% of hardware and almost all the software that we use in cyber security today is imported. And you know, even the floor cleaner that we often use, Roomba, at our home, actually sending data continuously to its manufacturer in China while it is running. What kind of cyber security are we talking about? Anybody wants to paralyze us, can paralyze. That's the reason the US president talks to us like this. Because they know they can paralyze us. They can stop the US corporations from support. Microsoft, if they put pressure, they'll stop supporting us and we'll collapse. How do we go about solving this? What I did is I went around most of the IITs and said that we'll need to solve this problem. Initially, people were not willing to sort of say no, but gradually, one by one, we were able to create a consortium of academia around the country, industry, and startups. And today, we are all out saying 10 years, at least we should become independent. Maybe sooner. Very tough problem, but we can do it. I can go into many other things. Photonics, another area. This is something, while I was doing it, a young faculty member from IIT Delhi, sir, why are you leaving photonics? Photonics is another area. It is the backbone of our communications, and we are going to get into trouble. And he pushed me to take up this, and we have again built a consortium. Again, people from all over the country. Very difficult to get all these people to work together, but there is no other option. You take up challenging problem that India has, very clear that we want to become technology leader. The last example that I will tell you, there are actually several other areas that we are working on. Assistive technology. You know, on the average, about 10 children every district, every week are born with hearing impaired. Are they going to, you can multiply with the number of weeks, multiply with the number of districts per district. 700 districts, you can calculate. Are we going to let them live like this? If you want to become technology leader, if you want to, then we need to solve this problem. And it is solvable by technology. By solvable by technology, we are building a OAE which is costing very little, 10,000 rupees. Every child, within 24 hours of their birth, their ears are checked, the data is digitized, figured out which children needs treatment, take them to district headquarters, do a detailed diagnosis, build. See, we all use earphone for listening to music. You put an AI processor, it is the most sophisticated hearing aid. Can you actually do it in 5,000 rupees? I found somebody at IIT Delhi who is willing to do that. Then their cochlear implant. It costs 20 lakhs rupees to put that. It is available, but just too expensive. 3 companies in the world has it. I threw the challenge to different people, and there are people who say, we'll build it in 1 lakh rupees. And then with both the ears and operation, and we should be able to get every child treated. This is the kind of thing that is needed. So I want to conclude by saying India needs to stand on its own feet. Cannot just depend on imported products and technologies. Research and innovation system development should be measured not by publication but technology commercialization at scale. This is what is needed, and ITEL is putting together, and it is, though it's a pan-IIT, I don't want to give an impression that it's only IIT. Yes, IIT should lead, but there are 50 other institutes, 50 other research places where people will join, and there are large number of young talent taught by, from the smallest college, people come and join us. In fact, one of the things that IITM incubation cell will talk about, 60% of our incubatees have nothing to do with IITM. They are from the smallest college, and still they can do as well. And this is exactly what we need to do. Thank you very much.